Hello guys and welcome to another drink review. This time is Glocken old Multivitamin Citromix. Citro, like citrus mix or lemon mix. Because citron is lemon in Swedish. Or citrus are, citrus fruits. So I do not have high hopes for this. I don't tend to like, just lemon lime flavor stuff. And holy shit, it smells super limey. So but let's try it. Oh, multivitamin, obviously multivitamin. There we go. Yeah, just look like lemon water with a lot of lemon. Yeah, I mean, it's not something I would drink like that because, I mean, I do like it. I do put lemon, or more often I put apple cider vinegar in my water. But it's different when it's like, when it has lime. Maybe it's just a lime I don't like. I think that's the case. I think the sourness from lime, I'm like, ugh. I feel that now. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna finish it. But what I'll probably do is that I'm gonna put it in a big glass and just put it all in. And then put like 50% water as well. To, nullify the flavor a bit. Yeah, but that was that. I'm recording this on the 11th of March. And there is... Oh god, has anything happened? Well, I guess I increased the dosage again yesterday. I did a video around, I think, 10 to 12 days ago for members, where I showed me increase the dosage to 3 milliliters. And now the dosage has been increased to 4 milliliters. Well, yesterday I did it. Yesterday night. Yeah, and so far I'm not feeling anything. Like any different, whatever. So this is the last step until I'm going to use 2 different kinds of adrenaline. At the moment, I'm just using like one type of adrenaline. It just says adrenaline there. Let's see. Yeah, this right here is what I've used up. I mean, this is empty now, but this is what I'm using. And this is about 1 milliliter ampulla. I use 4 of them. And yeah. And then in 9 days, when the dosage that I've done is empty, I will be increasing it to 2. Now, then there'll be 2 milliliters of this. And then 1 milliliter of another called androadrenaline, I think it's called. Or Nora, I think it's called noradrenaline. Like 2 different types of adrenaline. And we'll see how that goes. And then after 9 days of that, I'm going to increase it to 2. And then obviously you want 10 milliliters of liquid. So the rest are just, like this injection water. I guess it's basically like salt water with whatever. Injection fluid, basically. The thing that you get on drip. And yeah, so it's going to be 217, then 226, then it's like 3 2. No, I think then it's like 3 3 4, and then when it's up to 4 4 2, after that we're gonna see what happens after that. So I mean, I guess that is what has happened. That's like an update. Nothing much has happened in my life. I mostly just spent time in bed. I watched Cowboy Bebop. I thought it was good. I thought it was like an okay show. Don't remember what score I gave it. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 9, which is what I think like that's kind of like what it is for me. Didn't think it was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it was good enough for me to be like, you know what? I do not regret my time watching this show. Yeah. I mean, maybe the show could have had some more like I mean, I will be honest. I've forgotten a lot about the show. So I mean, I guess the show wasn't very memorable to me. But I remember enjoying my time as I was watching it. So that's the show I watched. I watched a movie called The Babysitter, like a Netflix movie about a babysitter who's a Satanist. And I thought the movie was fun. I mean, obviously it was like a parody horror movie, and I thought it was fun. Like, same thing there. I'd say probably like a 6 out of 9. It entertained me for like for how long the movie. I think the movie was like 90 minutes, maybe 80. It was fine. Good enough to where I'm like, you know what? I'll probably watch the sequel, because I saw there was something called like The Babysitter 2 or whatever. That came up after you watched that one. So I'm probably gonna watch that one as well. When? Who knows? Maybe in a couple months. What else? Well, yeah, I've been reading a lot. So I'm in bed on my tablet. And I mean, I've been reading a lot. Let's see. Let's take up this. I read up to like chapter 41 of the Pocket Monster special, like the Pokemon comic. And then after 41 chapters where it ends, you know, it's like the after basically I think it's about like after Red defeats Giovanni, and the whole thing of I think, yes, it's after Red beats Giovanni, and then Oak is like in the Champion League, you know, and teaches Green a lesson, I guess, with his Sparrow. That's when I started, you know what, I'll put this on hold. I don't really feel like reading it more. I think the comic, I kind of wish it would have shown, if it would have focused on completely different characters from the games. Like, does it own story? I mean, the story is completely different from the games. I mean, like half of the gym leaders are part of Team Rocket and blah blah blah. I didn't like that stuff. You know, like kind of wish it was like a traditional Pokemon story, but with another character, and then they will go through, you know, because when you go on a journey to become they don't even need to trying to become a Pokemon master. They could just be doing, you know, the gym challenge as just a thing. They feel like, you know what, it could be fun to do, but they're like as a side thing to do, because I'm gonna travel around the region anyway. So if there is a gym in town that I go to, I'll challenge the gym. That's probably what I would do if I was in the Pokemon universe. I don't think I would want to be like a Pokemon master or whatever, But I do feel like I'll challenge the gym. I think that would be fun. But it wouldn't be like I would love to travel. But it wouldn't be my, top priority to, challenge the gyms. Would be something like, if there's a gym nearby, I'll go to it. So that's one I put on hold. And the ones that I'm currently reading, I've read the 13 chapters of Rosaria to Vampire. I like the show. I think the show, for what it is, like a good harem anime. Oh god, I just said anime. It just came out like, oh yeah, why did I say that? Oh well. So I thought it was good. What else have I been reading this couple of days? I've been reading a ton. I'm up to 160 chapters of One Punch Man. Yeah, also a fun thing. And I will say the last I think 80 chapters have really not focused on Saitama at all. I will say the chapters that were the same as season 2 of the show, I didn't really like any more than the show. I think season 2 of the show was pretty boring to me, and that part of the comic was also like slightly more enjoyable than the show, but I was like, eh. But then when they actually got past where the show ended, while they're still in the same arc, I guess, I started enjoying it. So there was 40 chapters somewhere. Maybe it wasn't even 40, maybe 30, 40 chapters somewhere. But I was like, I'm not really enjoying this super much. It is good enough to keep me engaged a bit, but we'll see. And it did ramp up. And I'm still waiting for the end of Hoseki no Kuni. That's something I shouldn't even mention that, since I am not reading it. I haven't read it in this 2 weeks since the last volume before the end. I've read 95 chapters, and it is so good. One of probably my favorite Japanese cartoon. You know what? I'm probably gonna link my anime list down below. If you want to look at my profile, you can see it, what I'm currently watching and reading, whatever. And I will say that not all shows and not all of the cartoons, not all of the cartoons or the comics that I've read and watched are there. It's just the ones I have remembered to put in. Because obviously, if there's some show that isn't in my mind, I'm not gonna add it since I don't remember it. Yeah, I read some chapters of Gate. It's also not amazing. I think it starts off way better than it is right now. I would say it's kind of a bit in a downward enjoyment for me. But reading 1 or 2 chapters every 2 to 3 months, it's still good enough for me to do that. And then I've been reading 57 chapters of Dead Tube, which I really like. That is something that have really kept me hooked. And I think the way it the arcs work are perfect. I think this would be perfect for an animation, because the way that the arcs are, you could do season 1 with the first arc, and where it ends, it would be perfect to just, if you wanted, just end the show there. But if you wanted to continue, it would be perfect as well. Every arc feels it would be the perfect just ending to. If you didn't feel reading anymore, that's it's a really good ending. You could end the show there, and then when it does beginning, it still is really good. And yeah, I think whoever is the author of it does a really good job as like, I don't know, segmenting like the comic. I would say like it's pretty much at like season 4 now. Like the first 57 chapters are basically 3 seasons. Like it's 3 like beginning and ends of arcs. And really good arcs as well, in my opinion. Maybe I should say it's about... fuck, if you explain it, you'll like spoil so much. Like, it is gory, it's grotesque, but it's really good. So, out of the ones I've been reading, if I could just recommend 2, I would recommend Dead Tube and Hoseki no Kuni. Probably I would recommend Hoseki no Kuni more, but with Dead Tube, at least you have endings. Like, you have a beginning and an ending that you could be like, oh, that's nice. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? No. Like, even though it's still publishing, it's still ongoing, you could just stop at any arc if you wanted and be completely okay. Hoseki no Kuni, however, I think it's been over... Has it been like over a year? Yeah, I think so. Like, how long ago was it? Because I started reading this with it when the show came out. Because I watched the show first. I really love the show. The show, one of my favorite like Japanese animations of all time. It's a masterpiece. It came out late December. It ended December 2017, and I think I started reading the comic in 2019, I would say. And yeah, let's see. Okay, I just see someone said new volume coming out next year. Is that true? I don't think so. But I think, yeah, chapter 95, I think I read it like in 2020. This even has like a little discussion thing that came out 25th of December 2020. Yeah, so I probably read it in January, maybe in late December, early January, late December 2020, early January of 2021. So it's been more than a year. Yeah, and the person who said that's gonna come out next year, they have nothing to base it off. It's like a feeling they have. Okay, fuck off. Anyways, so yeah, that one. Just waiting for an ending. Yeah. What else? Yeah, when it comes to that one, I feel like I think the story needs like 2 to 4 more chapters, which is what a volume tends to be. So I think it's a woman who writes Hoseki no Kuni, I think, and she has done a really good job. I mean, the same with that. I think that one is probably my favorite comic of all time. Just like the show is one of my favorite shows of all time. Because I think there's only been 3 shows I've ever given like that were considered my favorites. Yeah, Daily Life of High School Boys, Kimono Friends, and Hoseki no Kuni, or Land of the Lustrous, I guess, are like my 3 all-time favorite like Japanese animated shows. And it's funny that 2 of them are 3D animated, and one is like I guess, traditional, like 2D, whatever. Since I do tend to prefer 2D, but if 3D was like it was in Hoseki, then I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, I guess I don't mind 2D or 3D if it's good, right? But I think you have more leeway when it comes to 2D. While in 3D, it has to be, good. While in 2D, doesn't really have to be like amazing for it to still look great. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I was gonna do, let's do some comments as well. I mean, fuck it, while I'm here, right? Because, I mean, I don't think there's many comments. Yes, here. The first comment, there's only 5 comments. First one by Lazul. Make a coffee paint vid. And that was on drink review, Arizona half iced tea and half lemonade. Whenever I feel like, I mean, I have had no motivation to paint at all. And I don't think I've painted in like over 6 months, would be my guess. Yeah, whenever I feel like painting, I'll paint. If I'll do a video of it while I'm painting, we'll see. But yeah, I had no motivation to paint at all. I barely follow what happens in, Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar. I haven't been following that at all. I haven't been following any, like tabletop stuff. So at the moment, I'm just like, eh. Let's see, Mark S. I got mine recently. Used a drying stick, but I think that's not the proper way to clean it. Do you know the right stuff to use? This is better than any owner hole I've ever owned. I got mine to look like Queen Chrysalis. Alright, good taste, but what is a drying stick? I'm just gonna look that up, because I have no idea what that is. Okay. Well, I mean, you probably could use a drying stick after you've cleaned it, just to, I mean, as long as you clean it first, I don't see why using a drying stick wouldn't be okay after. Especially if it's like a microfiber one. I mean, the right stuff to use depends entirely on the material that you're working with. I'll assume it's silicone. You could either probably get some stuff that is specifically made, because that's what I used. Like one that's specifically made for silicone toys. Use that with warm water, and you just clean it like anything else. Other than that, I guess regular soap would work as well. Regular soap and water, just clean it well, and it should just be completely fine, as long as you make sure that it dries well. I think for most people they are like a bit, like they feel like they need to hide their stuff. So I think that probably makes the whole drying part harder, because maybe they cannot put it in a well ventilated area to make it dry really well. I don't have that like fear, and so for me, I've never had any problems with cleaning toys. Floridas. LOL. And that was on Puka 3 Licorice Tea review. Okay, I don't remember what was funny about that, but LOL. Jill Valentine. Dude, you need to stop being such a coomer. only coom. I think it's coom. Or is it com? Com. No, it's coom, yes. Because if it was com, it would be, it wouldn't be COOM. You should only coom for your waifu. And that was on Let's Play Vampire Part 4, the talk show. I do not agree with that. You should coom for whatever you feel like cooming to. I guess it would be different if you were in like a monogamous relationship with someone, but if it was just in fantasy world, that would be fine. Like, even if you're in a monogamous relationship, like, if I can jerk off if you want. Let's see. But no. I have a harem right here. Alright, let's see. Hit me up with a date range for the podcast, and that was by Lazul on also Vampire Part 4. I don't know, maybe sometime next week. Maybe maybe the 19th or 20th of March. The problem I have is that I don't really have much to say or talk about. Like, I don't really care about the war going on in Ukraine and Russia. Well, I guess in Ukraine, between Russia and Ukraine. Like, I don't really care about that stuff. And I know that's something you really want to talk about. So it's kind of like, I'm probably just going to mostly be there and just be like, yeah, that sounds horrible. I don't know if I agree with that. You know what? Blah, 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 blah. So that's probably all it's going to be from me, the same way, like, I have absolutely nothing to talk about. So maybe, the 19th, 20th of March, or maybe even in April. We'll see. I'll hit you up on Discord. And that is that. So this was this drink review. This was this, yeah.